To the draft for our second game in the best of 3 between BirdGang and Monkey Spanner. Currently, the BirdGang is up 1-0 over Monkey Spanner. And once again, a respect Clink Span to prevent Karn from playing the hero. And a Monkey Spanner as well deciding, hey, we're not a big fan of Lycan. We don't want to play against him.
So they ban out the Nakes on BirdGang with the Clinks. Two heroes that Karn does like to use a lot. Two very heavily farm, I guess, dependent heroes. I mean, the Clink's not so much. Ever since he got a buff that plus extra damage on the searing arrows at all levels, it's just annoying to lane against him. You can't really deny him too much, and you'll just get harassed because the cast animation on that is pretty damn far.
I actually feel like Clink shines the most in a 1v1 scenario where you do an offensive tri-lane, and he's actually your off-laner, but you have him pitted against the enemy off-laner. I think that's where really he performs his best.
Well, to counter Clinks, all you need to do is spend 180 gold, and he's dead. So,
well, to be fair, you still do get a lot of extra movement speed from the Skeleton Walk.
I believe even at max level 4, which you need level 7, and you're not going to go with that skill tree because you want Searing Arrows maxed for those last hits early on. So, yeah, at most, you're going to have maybe 2 or 3 levels in that, which only gives you 30% move speed. And when you don't have boots, it's like getting a invisible pair of boots, really. It's no big impact.
So Monkey Spanner deciding that they are going to steal away the Tiny from BirdGang. And based on how the last game went, not a huge surprise to see them doing that. They are kind of throwing out the Tiny pick pretty early on in the match, and this is pretty much going to be a mid-Tiny at this point. We have seen Monkey Spanner run that before, and BirdGang just continuing with their tried-and-true picks, getting the Bat Rider once again, a hero that they're very comfortable playing with and using as far as their hero rotation goes. And
last 3 picks by the Park, Ancient Apparition, 3 games in a row.
This guy is Ancient Apparition. This is who he is. Poor Ten Birdman, he doesn't look happy.
I've seen players play the AA much better in terms of percentage of ults landed. This is just I don't know. If I were Park, I'd be really bored by now.
Hey man, I can play Ember Spirit for days. That's all I have to say.
This is not an Ember Spirit. This is that Ice Ghost that just stays in the back and doesn't do much. He just presses one button and...
Well, I mean, to be fair, the Park is probably extremely comfortable with this hero. So that's something to take note of. I mean, you give him a hero that he's comfortable with, and he's going to perform better. But the question is, what do you think Monkey Spanner is going to add into this lane? We have a few more bans with the Jakiro and Disruptor, so getting rid of some supports. And it's going to be 2 melee supports with a hard stun. Both the Sand King and Earthshaker serve similar purposes. They are kind of these initiators. They got a little bit of AoE to them. I'd say Earthshaker certainly more than Sand King, but they are kind of similar as far as their roles go.
Well, Earthshaker has greater range and just a bigger AoE in general. Especially at the earlier levels, Fissure is just as long as it is level 1 compared to level 4. It's just the damage output that's different. But Sand King, Sand King's range at level 1 on the Burrow Strike, it's really bad.
It's bad. Of course it's important for Earthshaker to get his Blink Dagger eventually, but I'd say that it's an absolute necessity to get it on the Sand King as soon as possible. But, you do have that added bonus of being able to jungle with the Sand King, which is not something you can necessarily do with the Earthshaker. And we're going to see the 4th pickup from Monkey Spanner be the Centaur. This is giving them a pretty darn tanky lineup, at least for the front lines, but it's a lot of melee. So if BirdGang want to add in a little bit more AoE, you could see Monkey Spanner in a bit of a trouble when it comes to the team fights.
Well, I don't know. It looks like they're not going to be too aggressive early on. They're just going to wait for their levels and their ults and their core items. Oh, but the Centaur, I do like that pickup by Monkey Spanner. It's just very strong in terms of damage.
And when you look at these teams as well, just look at the raw amount of initiation power that both teams
You're gonna have 3 heroes with Blink Dagger.
Oh, a Zeus pickup. All right, so we're going to have a Zeus tiny mid lane. This has got to be a throwback to the DOTA1 days remix, because I don't know if we've seen this in competitive Dota at all recently.
I don't know if Zeus will go for the mid lane.
Oh, you think he maybe played as more of a support?
Oh, they could send the Bat Rider mid against the against the Tiny. And he'll have probably an AA or an Earthshaker at best supporting him.
Yeah.
Oh.
2D's happy about something, or at least somewhat excited. He's going to figure out what he wants to play this game. It's going to be the Magnus, so...
Oh, this is not good.
Wow.
I've seen in the past, maybe a year ago, BirdGang used this EO Riki. It's pretty brutal.
Jesus, man. This is Clown Central, ladies and gentlemen. Korean Dota at its finest. All right, I shouldn't say that. That's not entirely true, but Korean Dota at its clowniest.
Well, it's definitely some of the best players in the Korean scene, but they're not showcasing their talent per se in these games.
To their
They're just
fullest
having
extent.
an exhibition match. There's no money on the line. Just a bunch of pride and nothing else
rights,
really.
Maybe. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and move into the second match of the evening. BirdGang currently leading 1-0 over Monkey Spanner in this best of 3, and we have got quite the interesting lineup. I'm actually curious to see who's going to end up on what hero for both teams. I mean, there's a lot of variants available here. 2D will be playing the Magnus, and it looks like it's going to be in the off lane. Tri-lane with the Riki and Sand King and IO. Karn as the Centaur. But still a lot of movement towards this top part of the map. There's a lot of kill potential at level 1, certainly from Monkey Spanner. It's the question of, can they get the correct angle on their opposition? 2D, I can't tell. I mean, I think he's trying to do a little bit of baiting.
He could actually skewer one of the opponents up, but it is a Sand King. You can just burrow strike right back out. So
I think that Ancient Apparition should have just denied that rune. He let Febby get the invisibility, but at least they know what's coming their way. So Febby probably won't be too useful as this invisible IO against the Puck and the Tiny in the mid lane. And look at this. Karn is also forced into another, I guess, no supports helping him out situation. It's going to be 1v1 for the time period, and Febby still invisible right next to the 4885. What do you think this guy is up to?
not up to much. He's just wasting his time.
That's what it looks like. I mean, maybe Ancient stacking if you're going to hang around there, but he's not going to accomplish much. Okay, well, the Wisp is spotted as the invisibility ends, but if you think about it, that's experience wasted on both ends. So it's kind of a even trade of a lack of experience for those supports, but at least everybody in every lane is soaking up some type of experience.
It was a retarded staring contest with no winner.
Oh man, you don't have to be that mean to them.
I'm not saying it's mean, but oh look, I love that courier. It's Pororo, the little penguin.
Dude, people were really trash talking that courier when
What's wrong with that courier? That courier is awesome.
People were complaining that the quality was too low and that the Steam was like the quality of all of the community items were just going downhill, and that was the item that just happened to get up to the top of Reddit for that day.
Well, people, I mean, a lot of the people making the items, they just want to get items sold, so they're just pumping out items, whether it be high quality or not. I do see a decrease in the quality of cosmetic items.
I mean, there's still a lot of good ones out there. I think it's more of a preference at the end of the day. Art is it's entirely subjective. What am I saying? It's 100% subjective. And Sky gonna try to do a little bit of sandstorming to scare away the Tiny. He did grab the rune though, and he already has his bottle available to him. Up to 11 last hits so far. Yeah, this Zeus is doing pretty darn good as well in last hit. It's already up to 15. So this Korean latency, he is A-okay with it.
It's looking pretty quiet on both ends right now.
Well, just a little bit of harassment.
Oh,
wait.
Why did he
come
not
on.
use the Fisher?
He could have totally fissured that Bat Rider, but he didn't.
Nobody really there to finish him off, but still, you know, just send him a message.
Yeah. A little bit disappointed on that end, but is the Earthshaker, I guess, is doing a little bit of stacking. I don't think he can really do much farming at all, just helping out the AA. Karn is getting a pretty easy lane this time around, which is something that we were talking about a little bit last game remix there. Karn, he does good if you give him the room, if you give him those supports, but otherwise it seems like he does have some issues as far as laning is concerned early game.
Well, he's definitely someone you have to protect in your lanes early on. His focus is on the creeps HP and not the minimap. He has a little bit, he's lacking in the awareness side of things in terms of enemy movements and enemy
I don't know if I can say that, but hold that thought. Tenbird is going to get hit with a stun just fast enough to be able to Firefly out of that cold feet, so Tenbird does not give up the first blood. He has been taking a lot of damage and harassment, not having the best lane of his life. But then again, it is a tri-lane versus solo off-lane, so what do you really expect in that situation? He's still at least grabbing a few levels, already up to level 3. But 2D soaking up a little bit more experience in this off-lane as he is up to level 4 at this point. And Centaur picking up his power treads, so not going to go for an extremely fast Blink Dagger rush. I guess one of the reasons for that is because Karn's getting free farm on the Centaur, and it's not going to be a position 3 Centaur. It is like, you know, hard carry position 1.
It's not a bad position to play Centaur in, though, because
I like it. I'm totally down for it.
Just seems like there's no real clear winners on the lanes for both of these teams. They're very passive, I guess, on both ends. Not too many movements from the supports going on. Not too many attempts to, or I guess, make any ganks or any sort of big plays. They're just farming, and they're happy farming on both ends.
Well, if you think about it, both of these teams, they currently lack the initiation to really blow this game open because, you know, Sand King, he can throw out a stun, but he needs his Blink Dagger. And, you know, if you want to throw out a lasso as the Bat Rider, you need the Blink Dagger as well. Same for Monkey Spanner. They have 4 heroes on their team that could potentially grab Blink Daggers. So we're going to see a lot of passivity for the time being. But, as I say that, Karn gets first blood in the bottom lane. Tenbird getting a little bit too cheeky against the Centaur. He has grabbed a good amount of levels to make him, you know, a force to be reckoned with. And JYU needs to be careful as the Zeus, because there is a smoke gank nearby. If one stun hits that guy, he is dead, man. It's a Zeus. He doesn't have an insane amount of survivability and no escape to his name, but at the same time in the top lane, teleport coming in from the Earthshaker. And he's going to be okay for the time being. Tenbird getting aggressive once again. He has a good amount of stacks on Karn, but he has a very low health Bat, and 2D, gets killed off in the middle of that skewer. MP will survive. And in the middle lane, I mean, the action's happening now, Remix. It was calm for the time being, but now it's starting to get at least a little bit wild.
Well, you just have the ult coming into play for both sides, like I said. They're just going to wait until they get their important abilities up. You got the Zeus Global to help you out with some damage output, and that Centaur ult was trying to pick off the Bat Rider.
And we got a quick shot of Sand King. He's just going to do a little bit of creep stacking. Help work his way towards those Blink Dagger. I assume he's not going to really leave this jungle too quickly until he has that dagger. Still needs a little bit more time. I think he may have that if he can just continuously farm. He'll have that in a couple of minutes or so. But he is sticking nearby with Febby, which means that we're probably going to see him be aggressive, at least for the time being, and try to do a little bit of ganking.
Well, what I'd like to see here is with that EO Sand King, I want to see a tether relocate epicenter.
I would love to see that remix.
Because Sand King does not even have his boots yet, and looks like he's saving money for the dagger, but just imagine. Without a dagger, you can have the same potential, I guess. Except it's a little bit dangerous for the EO, but who cares? It's just awesome.
MP, he got caught by the stun, but so did Tootie, so there was no follow-up to kill off the Ricky, even though there was an observer ward up. So the Park continuing to help out Karn in the bottom lane. He's still looking pretty good on last. It's already up to 46, just over 8 minutes in the game. Another stun going out. We're going to see NP get a little aggressive. Out comes the Zeus ultimate. They get the kill, and also thanks to the ultimate, they see the ward for a little bit, but it's going to be gone for the time being. What was that? That was a skewer into
a speed bump Sand King.
It was a speed bump, man, and MP is going to get the kill on Tootie. Now 1-3. BirdGang again. Having a pretty nice early start to the game.
Very nice dodge by MP. I mean, even though he was tethered, like, he did a good job of not getting hit by those shockwaves.
Yeah, he certainly did. Karn and Park.
Okay, so Centaur does pick up.
There's the Blink Dagger. Yeah, they're waiting, man. They are waiting for Tenbird, and they are going to go ham on him.
They're just going to stomp him into the ground.
Yeah. They have the initiation.
Oh, here he comes. He doesn't suspect a thing. He has the Tranquil boots up.
Oh, man. He has to be careful. I mean...
What's that on the floor? So what item was that?
Not sure, but there's the Blink Dagger. Up, the stun. Oh, they get him just on the tail end. But there's no initiation from Karn.
Yep. He wants to kill those creeps.
Man, I don't even know if that was greedy or safe, because, you know, it's greedy if you go after the Bat Rider, but it's greedy if you try and just stay around and kill the creeps.
Well, it's just the hesitation on the part of the ES. If he just didn't hesitate and went right away, I'm sure Karn would have jumped in and secured the kill, but
yeah,
it's just kind of like a lack of communication, I guess, or lack of initiation on the support's end, which
and this is something that we've been seeing from Monkey Spanner throughout this series. There were a few times last game where there were kills that were right in front of them, and they decided to play a little bit too safe and not go for it. This Bat Rider's still pretty far away from his Blink Dagger.
He just cleared out all the camps on the Radiant side, and now he's
actually no, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I take that back. And the courier's nearby. Okay, never mind. He has like 800 gold or so, but no Blink Dagger. So that's why I was wondering if maybe he was about to pick that up or not. But looks like it's still a little bit more time. The Bat Rider is pretty low as far as net worth goes. About 200 under the skewering Magnus from the top lane, and MP as well as the Centaur are pretty much neck and neck. Karn, though, he's rotated towards the top. He has that Blink Dagger available. He's going to blink and get the stop on Febby. Nace is going to come in and throw the opposition into the air. Out comes the ultimate from both teams. They're going to use the Stampede to keep Karn alive. JYU, he needs one nuke. He gets it, but not on Karn, not the target they were looking for. He blinks away just a little bit too fast. But they still get the Earthshaker, so it's a 1-for-1 support. And as I say that, in comes the blink. There's going to be an
epicenter right into an RP.
Oh my gosh, Tootie. Oh man, Sky gets frozen out of that.
Into cold feet.
Another toss. The rest of BirdGang's joining the fight. They're trying to get revenge for the fallen comrades. Are they going to get AC? They get him. And just as he gets them, they go back home. Zeus with the Force Staff. And that is a slightly more efficient trade for BirdGang. 7-4. PG with the advantage. Looking pretty good. Monkey Spanner still has a lot of raw initiation power on their ends. But I feel like the carry potential of this rookie, if he gets big, it's going to be quite scary. Yeah, 2 Blink Daggers online for Monkey Spanner. And that Earthshaker will eventually get his as well, but still a little bit of ways away.
Just looked like a chain reaction, that last little encounter both teams had up top. One skill fighting into it. It looked like a death match. They're going one-on-one.
No Legion Commander quite yet when it comes to the captain's mode. I would love to see that hero.
Oh, he's a useless hero in all terms. He's one of those heroes that are played for fun.
Yeah, I know, but he's so much fun when you get like
Well,
when you
he's
get
a
really
snowballing
big with him.
hero. He relies, like, imagine Pudge's Flesh Sheep, but just more
damage.
More damage. You know, it's just like the more you fight and the more successul you are, the stronger your hero becomes.
Ace throwing out a toss. Sky.
Down goes Sky. The
this is bad
relocate
for
right into an
BirdGang.
AA Ice Blast.
Oh, but Tenbird's going to come in and reinforce his team, throwing a little fire into this ice. They're going to get the Earthshaker, and Karn, though, gets a kill on another one of the supports from BirdGang. Out comes Zeus, throwing in some lightning. Battle of the Elements, and it's a 3-for-3 even trade.
Oh, very, very unfortunate for that Magnus. Blinked in and gets lassoed right away.
Monkey Spanner, they did kill the Ricky, and Centaur is still alive, so I do want to give Monkey Spanner a little bit of an edge when it comes to the engagement, but now with the Blink Dagger available for the Bat Rider, it's going to become a little bit harder for Monkey Spanner to initiate on the opposition. Both teams have a lot of raw initiation power at this point. JYU going to get hit with a pretty solid Ice Blast. Karn moves in. There's going to be a 4-step. Another solid Blink as well from Monkey Spanner, but they're not going to get close enough to the Zeus to pick him off.
You know what's a really great item on Zeus? Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
But just because of that Fissure, I mean, I guess he had to opt for the 4-step.
Yeah,
Does
I'm
increase
okay
your
with the
mobility.
4-step this game.
But Blink Dagger just gives you so much more range and potential.
It does, especially since Zeus, all of his abilities besides obviously his global they're kind of somewhat close range abilities despite him being a ranged hero.
He relies heavily.
Gives him that mobility. Oh, very nice.
There's that
4-step
classic
from JYU.
tiny toss the Centaur.
MP.
Oh,
he's getting some
Karn
support.
might go down. Karn might go
he's
down
really
here.
low. Oh, he blinks away in the neck
just
of
in
time. He's going to teleport out of there to safety.
Very
Ultimate
nice
from
escape.
2D. Tenbird skewered to the high ground right next to the tower. Nace throws him up. Down goes the bat. And before there's any more time, the relocate brings the BirdGang away from the action. And Monkey Spanner getting the better end of the stick there, killing off Bat Rider, but that's it.
Very nice skewer.
Yeah.
Right into the tier 1.
Dude, that skewer, like, it seemed like it went even farther than normal there. Just like they wanted to make sure they got every inch out of that skewer.
2D's the kind of player, he's going to get the max range out of all his spells.
Yeah.
Especially even on that Blink Dagger, you want that 1800 range. You don't want to click, you don't want to overclick and have him go shorter distance.
That's true. You don't want to have him do the Blink Dagger fiasco. You actually, for those of you, well, hold on a second. 2D killed in his, not killed in his prime, but he just got killed off, man.
Yeah, we just jinxed it right there. We were praising him a little bit, and then bam.
Don't give 2D the praise, or he will not deliver. BirdGang getting a 3,000 or so gold advantage to their name, and
it's not much. It's just one
not
tower,
that
pretty
much. They have a little bit more experience gain on their end with 4K, but I mean it is 8-11, 16 minutes into the match, still relatively even, anyone's game. But I still would say that BirdGang do have a slight edge in the fights.
I just favor. They have the Wisp, they have the Sand King, the Zeus. They have a little bit more fight power globally, as in like they can have the Wisp buyback, come back into the fight, or just having that ability to get the positioning down for the team fights. It's really helpful, especially when you got heroes like Riki, who can just go in there and just, I guess, slice away at enemies' HP.
And the Tiny picking up a 4-staff. So he's just adding even more mobility to his name. The Park, still pretty broke. I mean, he has boots, and that's about it. Really, like, just, position 5 hero. But the same can be said for the Earthshaker. The support's really hurting on Monkey Spanner's end. I wish they could get a little bit of farm for some initiation, but if we look at it, they already have 3 other initiators on the team, so I guess they're totally okay with just, going full on support. But as I say that, there's a little bit of potential action in the bottom lane and a lot of good juking going on
for the supports end. most of your money and net worth is going to come from good pickoffs, also good getting kills on the enemy heroes. It's not coming too much from the farm. So, I mean, if you perform well in your lane, you're going to see some pretty farm supports, just like this EO. Or Io, whatever you want to call him.
I call him Io.
I call him Io. It's I think he got his name from the A Midsummer Night's Dream.
I don't know what that is.
Is it?
Sorry, man. I'm not sure,
I don't
but
know. No, what that was Puck. Puck the Fairy.
IDK, bro.
Oh, you don't
IDK, bro. Sorry.
Shakespeare?
I'm not much of a Shakespeare man, but in the middle, or at the top, MP getting picked off by the 2 heavy front damage dealers, 485. He's 4-staffed away, trying to survive. Uses his ultimate before Sky moves in and throws out an ultimate of his own. Sandstorm keeping him alive for the time being. Bat is going to join the fray as well. Dragon Karn near that tower, but the Centaur so darn tanky, and he's going to be able to blink away in just a moment's notice. Where'd that Sand King go, man? It looks like he did end up dying. Buyback from the Wisp as well to rejoin the fight.
I don't think I agree with that buyback. There's nothing much he can do coming back. He should have just, just waited the 20 seconds or so. He's getting too excited. He wants to do too much, and I guess this wasn't really necessary at that point.
And you know what? MP has actually been getting picked off a good amount. He's 3-3-3 on the Ricky. Still really lacking too many important items, and more action in the top lane happening. Again, the Wisp falls. No buyback available this time around, and 10-bird on the Bat is also going to die. This Centaur Tiny combo is doing absolute work, and it's a famous strategy in pub games, but I didn't even realize it till, they were kind of paired in this top lane alone, but it can be really hard to deal with. There's just so much straight-up burst damage, and you have a lot of mobility as well with these heroes.
Well, they both have the Blink Dagger, and even alone as heroes, the Centaur has the Stomp as well as the Double Edge. It pretty much works in synergy by himself, and you have the Tiny, the same concept, I guess. The Stun, the Avalanche Toss combo, he pretty much synergizes with himself, those 2 skills. So imagine those 2 being put together. I mean, you can have... it's really usually pulled off where they have the Tiny throw in the Centaur early game.
Yeah, that's what they obviously didn't run it that way. They put the heroes in different lanes, so we didn't get to see the Wombo combo in action. But it is definitely one of the more interesting ways to play the duo together.
It's just for lulz, I guess. It's a cheap Blink Dagger.
It's totally for the lulz. It is, but we have I believe 2 Blink Daggers online for Monkey Spanner, with a 3rd well on its way. Ice Blast.
I wonder if the Sand King. It looks like he might be going for the Veil, actually.
Yeah, I do like the Veil pickup for the Sand King. Definitely helps out his team, but Karn, he's going to catch Sky out of position, and out comes the Zeus ultimate, temporarily revealing Monkey Spanner.
Here comes the Wisp relocate.
There it is. Ricky's nearby as well. Ultimate, stop, and the straight up forward DPS is more than BirdGang can handle.
Zeus saves him there with the allied tether.
This Ricky, man, it's not working out that well. And I already feel like Monkey Spanner's lineup is so darn tanky that JYU is just not being too effective this game. I mean, the Zeus, great against the squishies, great when he gets ahead early on, and he did have a pretty solid start early on, but, I mean, look at all of the strength on Monkey Spanner's end. I would have definitely rather seen a Timber Saw from them, but Karn, he's going to get initiated on, dragged away, stunned as well. The tower also doing a good amount of damage despite his tankiness.
Hood of Defiance won't help him out too much there. He's just too far in by himself, surrounded by BirdGang.
He went a little too YOLO there, I'd have to say, Remix.
He went in and he missed the stun. He's going to get beat down if he doesn't get out.
Beat down by the BirdGang. Same thing happened to the Earthshaker as well, except it took them about a half a second to kill off the Earthshaker.
Okay, so Tiny picks up the Dagon. This is going to be pretty interesting. He's going to be able to kill heroes
This is going to be interesting. Man, BirdGang are really starting to turn this around. It's now even up 15-15. Monkey
This is
Spanner
definitely
dropping like flies, man.
Like I said, this is BirdGang's type of gang. They just stick together and just pick off heroes one by one. It's going to be a constant 5-on-4. That's what they like to do. That's what they like to run.
I like it, man. Good combination. Sky gonna get spotted by the Centaur. There's a lot of TPs coming in as well, and JYU, I don't know, man. It looks like he oh, never mind. As I say that, he's gonna get killed off. Febby trying to save his ally, but will end up dying from the look of things. What BirdGang likes to do, it happened to them, man. Hey, they still get the earn charge, the pick off duty, though.
They should have countered that earn charge, but I don't know if anyone has an earn on Monkey Spanner's end.
Not sure about that. Nace, though, he is 10-1. Does the toss. Down goes the Sand King once again.
See
Clowny
that
game,
Dagon?
man.
It's just giving that little bit of damage he needs to take him down. Okay, there goes the offensive wards are dewarded by the Ancient Apparition.
One thing I am concerned about for Monkey Spanner is that this Tiny is doing amazing. He's 10-1, but if you look at his items, he's got a Blink Dagger, Force Staff, and he's got the Dagon. He's not building into a carry Tiny, which you need to kind of build up your items earlier on for him in order to make an actual difference. There's going to be a very sharp fall off for this Tiny the later we get into this match, and that's one thing I am concerned about.
That old school pub Tiny build where...
Pub Stomper.
Yep.
It's fun, man. It is fun.
Oh, we got the Bat Skater.
I like Mask of
Boots
Madness.
and the Mask of Madness with the Force Staff.
I like it, man. I like it.
Now all he needs is a refresher to make that really funny.
I think he'll get the Black King bar first.
He should. It's the next item that should be coming out.
Oh, it looks like they're trying to pick off the Earth Shaker. And MP gets the kill.
Very easy pick off.
Uh-oh, Febby could be in some trouble. Oh, MP destroyed by the Tiny Toss and Dagon combo. I have to say that Monkey Spanner are looking better and better. They're getting more and more pickoffs. And, they're 2 kills ahead. BirdGang need to stop letting this Ricky die.
Just look at that burst damage.
Oh, my God. What an ultimate. 3-man RP from Tootie. And, he almost got the hit. It was so close. It was halfway there. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. The toss in the air. The Dagon not required. As Tootie comes in to help his teammate, but Tenbird trying to bring the Tiny onto the high ground. And there's going to be a little bit of avalanche thrown his way as well. Karn blinking in. The stomp, the double edge, the death. BirdGang have lost everybody. It's now 23-17. And the goal difference is dead on 0. Monkey Spanner are completely back in this match.
Yeah, well, you got Tiny and you've got Centaur. It's just...
You never underestimate these heroes when it comes to, turning around games. And MP, he's frozen, but Sky comes in to help out his teammate as well as Febby. They may actually kill off Karn. He's low on health, but he's so tanky. They're still going to get him. And
he's just too YOLO right now at this point. You've got to be careful because you have that Wisp that could come back you guys up, and you don't know who he's bringing, if he's coming by himself or where he's going to pop up from. So you just got to be really careful.
This whole game is YOLO, man.
This is just a clown game.
It's such a clown game, dude. It really is. It's entertaining, though. Oh, I will give it that. It's entertaining, but it is a very clowny game.
Well, just to note, I know that there are some players on both teams trying their absolute best, and it's just pretty funny.
Really?
Yeah, there's some players in the booth looking pretty serious.
Well, I mean, when you get into it, you may kind of just go tunnel vision and focus on the game. And at the end of the day, if you're a professional, you play the game to win.
For the most part.
I guess so. For those of you who are unaware, Tier 1 does not get as much money if they don't do as good as the best Tier 2 team, and a lot of trees got destroyed and Casual Sand King death as well. The initiation is just insane for Monkey Spanner.
So Tiny has about 3.6k gold. I wonder what item he'll go for next.
Ethereal Blade?
Well, he already has the Force Staff and a Blink Dagger, so I really don't know. Just, is he going for that, you know, that jumping Tiny build where it's just like you just nuke down one opponent? Okay, they spot out the Magnus.
Nice job. He has the Mask of Madness, the drag Magnus away really far, but in comes Tiny, throwing around JYU. The Avalanche, Dagon combo, down he goes. And in comes MP, he has the BKB, throwing down a little smoke. He's gonna get the 1,300 gold. That was the bounty for Nace.
Huge.
That was definitely huge. Tenbird trying to get a stun, canceling the TP. It's not gonna happen. Karn's gotta be careful. He's got the pipe, as well as the plate mail. No blade mail on him, just speak of. BirdGang, yeah, they're gonna actually go after Roshan. I don't know if they can do this with 2. They definitely need some reinforcements.
I believe the cloud, or the smoke cloud, does not work on Roshan. It does not cause him to miss.
Well, Roshan is slowly being picked away at.
You have the Wisp tanking, and then you have Ricky
I
doing the
emphasize slowly.
backstabbing.
The AA ult. They gotta get out of there. Yeah. MP's like, no, I can fight, guys. I can do it. And Tenbird's going to come in and help join the team. They should eventually get this kill. Even Zeus throwing out a lightning bolt. Kind of keep him low. And the rest, here they come. Uh-oh. This is a double fight. Tenbird left alone at the Roshan pit. He's stunned up. MP looking like he's going to get a kill. In comes the 3-man RP. Where's the shotgun? Follow up, the double edge is good.
Oh my goodness.
And BirdGang losing a ridiculous amount of members, but MP, he's being overcharged. He is just man-moding everybody. Karn, low on health, he's gonna die. This rookie is getting absolutely huge. Tiny's joining the fight. He's gonna take out Tenbird, instant buyback from him as well. MP, they're gonna get the slow on 4-8-5, and they kill off the Ricky. Excellent stun. Febby, thrown into the air, falls down dead, buys back.
They need to check that Roshan pit. They're going to find a nice present there.
Yeah, they are. Tenbird's nearby, though.
He doesn't have the damage for this.
No, he doesn't.
He actually activated his Mask of Madness while fighting Roshan 101. Not a great idea.
Before stats away, 2D sees the potential prize. And we're going to probably see the rest of Monkey Spanner move in. MP, though, he's looking for somebody. The problem is the Tiny. Throws out. Wisp, low on health, and Tenbird dragging the Tiny to the top lane. MP, though, he can't right-click. Tiny's going to force staff down to the bottom lane. Throwing up JYU up in the air. And the damage is good enough. They do finally take out the Tiny. And we are going to see BirdGang probably kill off Roshan. Oh, 4-8-5 could potentially steal it. Aegis, no.
Gives them the Aegis plus a free kill.
Dude, this game is so clowny, Remix. It's so clowny.
Like
Wisp
I said, it
buybacks
doesn't
everywhere.
look like both teams are bringing their best. Looks like they're just pubbing this out, just like whatever happens, happens, and we don't
playing
really
to
care
entertain,
about
though.
the...
That's for damn sure.
Well, there's not too many viewers here in the studio, so I don't know who they're entertaining.
Hey, man, well, regardless, I'm still glad we got some people coming in watching. They're going to drag Karn away near the tower, pops the pipe, in comes Sand King with the ultimate that's doing
nothing.
No damage thanks to that pipe. And Karn, low on health, he's going to get a stomp. Down goes Ancient Apparition. MP, he's going to blink on Karn. Too strong. The Centaur falls. Monkey Spanner losing 2 members. They're still ahead in kills, 31-27, but the team fights not doing too amazing. And Ace actually bought back, but he isn't accomplishing much, if anything at all.
So Tiny did pick up that ultimate orb. Was that a one-man RP just now?
Not sure, man.
Huh. Okay, no, it was actually an avalanche. It looked like he was gonna RP, but they had no detection, so he stopped that.
Yeah, I need that detection. Also, they probably should wait for Karn to come back around. Join the fight. And JYU's gonna bottle up a haste rune, and MP, he's got a nice big ancient stack there that they give him a little bit of farm. Once again, Tenbird just using that Mask of Madness drag, Bring those heroes as far away from their team as possible, but there's no follow-up from BirdGang.
He didn't even use Firefly there. He just blinked right out.
He just wanted to throw out a rope. Uh-oh. The Park gonna die. There's going to be 2 TPs, a very fast reaction. And 2DI tries to get the skewer, but misses on Febby. In comes the blink, though, from 4885. It's not fast enough. MP, he gets hit from the ultimate. He's got to get out of there. The dust, though, it's good. MP, he's trying to kill the enemies. The Aegis is popped.
There you have.
And the follow-up.
They're just going to let him die here, possibly.
They can't save him. Wait. Oh, he gets the blink. He kills off the Earthshaker, and with Zeus joining in, MP is actually still alive. There's going to be a lasso on Karn. The rest of BirdGang joining into the fight, and Sand King hits the Centaur. Down he goes.
Just comboing their disables and just taking him out.
I thought MP was dead there. I thought he was dead.
He had a magic stick, and also they had the incoming urn, so I guess he believed that his teammates would back him up, and he just went for the ES.
He was not afraid, and the
very good map awareness.
Yeah.
He was aware that the other teams have their cooldowns popped already. Oh.
That Sand King died so fast.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, 2D.
RP.
Nice initiation. They're gonna see if they can finish off MP. He's gonna blink to his ally. Can they finish him off the throw?
Casual
a tiny
toss.
throw, they get him. The toss is good. Tempered as well, gonna get stunned by 4885. This is just so back and forth. One team overextends, the other team overextends. It's just back and forth, back and forth. Nace working on the ultimate orb. I'm still unsure what the follow-up item will be. BirdGang still ahead as far as gold and experience are concerned. And,
well, they are getting to the phase of the game where you could lose 1 barracks after a team fight. So if I were BG, I'd want to be a little bit more careful in picking which team fights to initiate.
Yeah. You know what? I also realized that there's going to be an Empower available to this Tiny. It's almost like having an Aghanim Scepter.
Almost, yeah.
Almost. I still would like him to pick that item up, but he's not going to go for it. Up, tries the blink, but the blink dagger from Zeus gets him out of there, keeps him safe from being in trouble. And we were talking about that blink dagger a little bit earlier, Remix, saying how it's a great item for Zeus to have, but the Force Staff, I certainly think that was a better early game item for him to pick up.
Well, to start off, that Force Staff gives you a larger mana pool and just lets you get away from those fissures, and especially when you're being hit, you can get away, force away, and then use your blink daggers. So it's a great item, but that is slowing down his Aghanims, and I don't know if he's planning to get the Aghanims this game. We'll see what happens. I mean, we have the Riki with the Sanji and Yasha and the BKB.
He's also working towards the defusal. They're trying to move in on Tenbird, thrown up into the air. Doesn't even make it to the ground alive.
Yeah, you just have to be really careful with your positioning. If you get caught by Tiny, you're going down, regardless of if he has help or not.
And the Tiny has picked up
the Hex. He got the Sheep Stick.
Wow. Clown
is
Central.
Just spamming his ult everywhere. I mean,
Febby. Yeah, he's got out of position as well. Still, I mean, just Monkey Spanner have so much initiation. If they see someone, instantly, 3 heroes on them. There's going to be a stun. There's going to be a follow-up stun and just a crap ton of straight-up burst damage. So they have to be so careful, and this Riki is looking for solo pickoffs, but I'm not sure who he's going to be able to find in this situation.
Yeah, they're unable to find the... Oh, actually, they might be able to find this Riki. They found him.
They see MP. They have the gem.
Goodbye.
Slam dunk, man. Slam dunk. MP is dead.
You got a Tiny, a Centaur, and an Earthshaker coming at you. You're not going to have time to even activate your BKB there.
And they're going to go in the top lane as well. At least they pick off 2D. Get the 2-man kill on him.
Oh, but here comes the Tiny.
What's he going to do, man? I guess he's going to sheep somebody up after he blinks and Force Staffs on them and then Dagons them to death.
Oh, so BTS actually has like 1,300 viewers.
They do. Stay with us, guys. Don't go over to their stream. I hope we're at least decently entertaining. But yeah, so, you know, 37 minutes into the match, it's 38-31. There's been a lot of back and forth fights between the teams. It feels like Monkey Spanner, every time they get an advantage, BirdGang takes it away from them, and vice versa. Tiny throwing in his ally into the air. They're going to get the kill on the Wisp. JYU in an awkward position, but at least he still is alive. And Tempered nearby to potentially help out his teammate as well.
I feel like the Wisp is just overextending just a little bit. I mean, he can get away with it in the early game, but at this phase of the game, he really needs to not give those free kills to Monkey Spanner.
Yeah,
that just
true.
means items for Tiny, and that's not good.
Yeah, I'm sorry that we're not in game, guys. It's just kind of a piggyback broadcast off the Koreans, so maybe we'll be able to change that in the future for Season 2. I hope so. That would be my dream, man. The dream. It's being kept alive by MP as he kills off the Ancient Apparition, but still, BirdGang did trade out Tenbird for the AA kill. What do you think about the item choice on this 22-3 Tiny, by the way, remix?
Very interesting. Not ideal, but hey, whatever works, works. I mean, Sheepstick, it's a great item on
it's never
any
bad,
hero.
man.
If you can farm a Sheepstick, that means you're doing something right. So
that's true. Uh-oh. All right, in comes the Tiny. He gets the toss as well. JYU blinking away. Karn comes nearby as well, but lacks the mobility to get close enough and close the gap. Tiny is up to level 25, Aurelia.
Oh, he catches
he
the
gets
Zeus.
the toss. Dagon as well. The Sheep, right click.
Bye-bye.
Avalanche, dead.
See?
He's dead.
Thanks to that Dagon and the Sheepstick, he got that solo kill on Zeus.
That's true. I think, though, if he was farmed up, he could have done the same thing. With like an Assault Cuirass and a
that Zeus is harder to catch. He's like an anti-mage that shoots lightning. He's just like
an anti-mage that shoots lightning. Think about what you said, Remix.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like he
I
has
don't
the
know
mobility.
What you're talking about either, man.
He has the mobility of an anti-mage at this point with the Blink Dagger and the Force Staff. Like you see him on your screen and you chase after him, he's gonna be gone.
Centaur throwing out the ultimate. Ricky. He's seeing what damage he can do, but
he's in trouble here.
MP is very, very low on health, and I believe there's still a gem available.
Oh.
Yeah, they get him with the AoE.
Well, A's been shooting out like this, like his 100th ult by now.
They're gonna catch Tenbird once again. Tenbird, Mask of Madness. He almost gets hit by the Screw, but just barely dodges it. There's gonna be a mini stun from 4885. Can the rest of BirdGang come in and help him out?
I don't know why. It's kind of odd that Tenbird is not turning on his Firefly. I mean, you have heroes chasing right after you that rely on Blink Dagger to catch you, and especially when you lasso up that Earthshaker. This is like the second or third time now. You lasso with no Firefly, and you can't right-click on the Earthshaker while you're lassoing him. So that just means as soon as the lasso's over, the Earthshaker is just going to blink away. So I really don't know what's going on in Tenbird's mind here.
Remix, I see an ultimate orb on Nace. The real question is, will it be a Bloodstone or will it be an alt staff?
Wait, on...
yeah, he's got the point booster. Okay.
That's a point booster, not an ultimate orb.
Oh, so I meant alt staff.
Alt staff?
I call it alt staff. It's also a Agnum Scepter.
I mean, there's no other item he could be making. He could be making a Bloodstone,
in the top lane,
a Scatty, or an Aghanims. And at this point, if you're Tiny, you have got to go Aghanims.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, he went for so many trolly items. I was wondering if he would throw something else out that was crazy. But this Tiny is
he's gonna go for the Scatty build.
Man,
just like, hey, I'm balling so much, I can afford this item as a
that's true.
As a passive item.
I'm starting to get a little worried for BirdGang because this Tiny is absolutely gigantic, and 2D's even picked up a Refresh Orb. If Monkey Spanner wants to lose this game, it's going to be darn hard for them to do it.
Well, it's going to be hard for them to throw this game, actually. They actually do have the better composition at this point.
They have good
now
team
you see
fight.
a smoke. They're going after the Roshan pit. They sense something's up here.
Well, BirdGang, can they pick off Roshan in time?
They see the Zeus.
They're going to see the Zeus. He's sheeped. He's going to go down quite easily. More stun follows up. The Flame Break as well coming nearby. Tenbird, he's trying to buy a little bit of time. The Aegis, it's going to be taken though, but in comes the rest of Monkey Spanner. Look at that, popping the Aegis. 3 members already dead on BirdGang's end. Febby being tethered, trying to keep MP alive, but full man team wipe. Monkey Spanner lose nobody, and they also destroy the Aegis. Oh man, I think Monkey Spanner are just going to go for the throne.
Yeah, right here they could end the game.
They're going to go for the throat.
And Tiny just got his Ags as well, so
I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen.
They should just call GG and go to the last game here. This game looks like it's over. 5 hits from Tiny and the tower's down. Oh, they glyph.
GG Tiny, man. Too strong. And let's not forget about the rest of the crazy initiation and stun. I think
Casual Dagon 1 and Paper Boots.
If even the puck picking up his ultimate staff towards the end of the game, and if there's something this game has taught me, Remix, it's that you can never have too much initiation on your team.
Blink Dagger is a scary item, especially when 4 of your heroes have it.
It only gets better.
Everybody but the AA has a Blink Dagger here, so...
Well, Monkey Spanner, they're taking down the last of the towers. Tenbird coming in, trying to do a little bit. We're seeing pigs can fly, but it's not going to stop them from staying alive. And the Epicenter comes out as well, trying to do a little bit of damage. That last tower is just a hair from being knocked over. Karn, stun, double edge, Tiny toss into the air, Sky. Right click to death, following that up. MP is going to try to do some damage as the Ricky. Right-clicking Nace, I don't think it's enough though.
The RP came back.
Yeah, the RP was good. And Io coming around to help out his teammate. Zeus is dead once again. And yeah, this is pretty much GG, ladies and gentlemen. MP will run around a little bit, but the creeps are already mega in the mid lane, and they're going to start right-clicking this tower.
Yeah, it's kind of sad though, this game. I mean, I really want to see when they have a Wisp pickup that, you know, use it really effectively, but he's just overextending, putting his team in separate locations during team fights and just making it really easy for the Tiny and Centaur to just pick off one at a time. You know, it's like leaving one dude in the dark alley while your team goes onto the main street. It's just nasty.
And you know what, to add to that, Remix, well, we have more Dagons online for the Tiny.
There's the respect. If you get the Dagon in a competitive game, you have to have the respect to at least upgrade it.
Yeah, exactly. I can totally see a puck going for a casual Dagon, especially if there's like a shotgun Morphling on your team.
So finally, Nase, he gets empowered and he has the Boots of Travel. He could just TP into the enemy's base.
Oh my god.
Right into the middle of the enemies and have Centaur come back him up.
The amount of damage Tiny does is ludicrous. Another thing I want to mention is that Tenbird on the Bat Rider has been kind of flying around and doing a whole lot of nothing.
He's bat skating. He's just making fires and lassoing Earthshaker, so look, Earthshaker just blinks away. Okay, here comes another smoke. I wonder who's going to get caught. It looks like, oh, Bat Rider gets spotted.
Nope.
Senki
Two
gets
away.
spotted.
Head forward, blink, the 4
steps
steps forward. There's going to be a sheep, though, and they get a pretty good initiation on Ace. He's at half health, but Tootie looking for the ultimate.
He still has the RP. He saved it for the Riki.
Where is it, man? Where is it?
He used it. He just used it right here.
He actually used both of them, because I do see that
his
Refresh Orb is on cooldown. 3 dead, 4 dead. The GG is called. BirdGang. They get the win, despite Monkey Spanner's best attempts to not throw the game, or I guess to throw the game they didn't. They got the win. Yeah, what a trolly build on the Tiny. Made it work.
It's not trolly at all. It's just I question it.
Man. Come on.
But it worked. You know, the Dagon did really pay off in the end, I guess, in those short times where he could go